Hello, and welcome. This is Rags,
And I'm Abdul.
and welcome to ElasticoTV. So, obviously, it's been 2 weeks
Yeah, man. It's been
since
a while.
Premier League started.
That's damn right. First video dropped out, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Predictions. I feel like I could go back and completely change it, man. I think, yeah, it's not looking good.
Wait.
I'll be honest, man. Let's not even start with that. But I feel like, yeah, my predictions, I don't know, man. It's not looking good, man. Seems like you might be winning.
No, I had a couple off as well, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's early in the season, to be
Definitely.
fair.
Yeah, it's definitely early.
But yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Who surprised you the most?
Good surprise or bad surprise?
I'll say bad. Go for bad.
United. I think it's I think there's only two teams that have probably done. Actually, yeah, bad surprise would be United. Actually, they've not woken up. They're playing awful. But I could literally sit here for like 20-30 minutes and freaking rant, bro. But I'm not even gonna get into it today. See, I'm not even wearing. Have you realized I'm not even wearing any club clothing today, man? Like, I can't represent the club right now, man. It's not looking real good right now, man. But I think United's definitely been one of the teams that have basically sort of had a disappointing start. I think all the other teams have had decent. I mean, all other, like, for example, the other one I could think of is probably Everton, but that's pretty much expected.
There's levels, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Everton, the maximum they can do is probably 12.
Yeah.
Then United, some people had them winning the league, you know. I don't want to name names or anything, but had them winning the league and stuff. So, yeah, big drop off. You got lucky to be with 3 points.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Like, let's be honest, against Wolves, you're like just
in.
holding on for dear life.
Yeah, we kept in. We definitely kept in.
And they deserve the penalty, which will delve
Yeah, but
into
even if they had the penalty, like, there's that 50-50 chance of it going in the first
come
place.
on,
So, like,
come on. You can't give me that. A penalty is very likely to go in.
Nah, but I mean, the last penalty at Old Trafford got saved. So, yeah, man. So, you never know. But yeah, now on a realistic note, but yeah, it should have. The Wolves definitely should have won. But that's with Old Trafford. I mean, that's a lot of times at Old Trafford. And it's a lot with Wolves. A lot of times Wolves, it either finishes 0-0 or 1-0. So, really and truly, I feel like, yeah, Wolves were the better team. But and we did manage to pull up with 3 points. So, can't complain.
Yeah.
What about you? What team has
Surprised me.
negatively surprised you?
Negatively.
Was that even a phrase?
I was surprised with Villa on the first week.
Okay.
They got battered.
They got battered. That's Newcastle.
They got battered by Newcastle. But Newcastle's a good team, obviously.
Yeah.
They're at home, so they're expected to get a result out.
Yeah.
But it's the way Villa lost. To be fair, the first few minutes it was close.
They were in it.
Yeah, and Diaby was playing well.
Derby debut goals left, right, centre, man.
Diaby's playing football.
Yeah.
But that was surprising. But then they redeemed themselves.
Yeah.
Last week, with the 1-4-0. But yeah, in terms of surprising me positively though,
Yeah.
I feel like I've got to say Brighton.
Okay.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you put anyone up there, they play their way of football. It's just deserving.
They're doing Brighton's out of this class. What was it? 8 goals?
Yeah, 4-1, 4-1.
Yeah.
2-4-1.
Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. I think it's for me, it's between Brighton and Spurs actually as well. Actually,
Spurs
have actually really. Like somehow, as well, because obviously 2 weeks ago we were filming our first episode, Kane was still in the squad, and now like losing Kane. But I mean, first game they drew, which was like 2-2 or something like that. That was a really good game as well.
It was end to end.
It was really open against Brentford. I mean, United. First half was pretty tight, but they had really good chances. Son has gone quiet. Maybe I feel like Son's definitely missing Kane.
Imagine
getting
that team with Kane.
Yeah,
like now, how they play now with Kane.
That would have been crazy. That's just crazy. And then imagine if
it's a shame
Spurs goes out and wins something this year. That would even just be a lot madder, man.
Imagine Kane doesn't win nothing.
That's story time.
That'd be crazy.
That's Hollywood right there, man. That is Hollywood. But I think Spurs have definitely surprised me.
Big results against United.
Yeah, against United as well. And I feel like Chelsea's sort of underperforming as well. I'd say on negative. Like, I don't know. Obviously, it'll take time to gel and
new manager
and all that. But like Caicedo's debut didn't look good. Like
Caicedo,
that was awful, man.
Yeah,
Giving out a penalty, like all that was awful. West Ham's doing decently-ish, okay as well. What was it? They lost.
They're on 4 points.
Yeah, they drew the first game.
Yeah.
And obviously beat Chelsea. But the way they're playing, they got some nice. They bought some nice play. Finally, did some signings.
Yeah. They signed with the Alvarez.
Yeah.
And James Ward-Prowse, who got 2 assists.
Yeah.
So and they played well with 10 men against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, Antonio was a beast. Like he was up for it, like proper.
It's ridiculous. Have you seen that stat where Enzo's he's only won like one match this year
May or something,
somewhere, April or something. That's crazy. But yeah, Chelsea.
But Enzo played well against Liverpool though.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like Chelsea, they played really well
against Liverpool. Yeah.
But then it was like, oh, where did that Chelsea go?
But then DP, like Enzo missed a penalty.
Yeah.
If they score the penalty, they'll probably
different
take it
game.
home.
Exactly.
So, just
pure luck.
But I do think Chelsea will come in, like they'll settle
once
in.
They settle in.
Pochettino's a good manager, obviously. They got good players. They just need to get used to each other.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
But yeah. So since 2 weeks have gone past, should we do a little 5-a-side?
Okay.
Of who impressed you, top 5.
Okay.
And the flop 5 as well.
Sure, man. Man's planned it already. Got spent some time.
Go on, tell me what you got.
Which one do you go? What should we go for first?
I'd say top 5.
Top 5. Okay. My top 5. So I think there's a few. The reason, like, all right, let's start with. I'll explain each one basically. So in goal, I actually have Onana.
Okay.
He's obviously against Wolves. He had that whole what's the word? That incident right at the end. But over the last 2 games, the amount of saves, like not world class, like goal of the season saves. I mean, stuff that De Gea was doing, nothing like stuff that you're meant to do as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But I think he changed the dynamic with United, especially. I've been seeing things that we haven't seen like previously. Like, for example, against Spurs, Onana was like obviously like quite in the halfway line and passes straight down to the left hand side to get to Garnacho. I mean, that's stuff like that. And I feel like overall, like over the last 2 games, he has like performed like pretty well. Hasn't kept us in the game because we lost against Spurs. But like he's pulled up some nice saves. His obviously because he's very like edgy. You don't know what he's gonna do the next minute, which is a bit bad. But overall, I feel like he's when I looked at all the keepers, I feel like you know what, Onana deserves some credit for what he's doing. And like bringing this creative play, man. Look at this, just all those balls that flying right in.
I mean, that's why you spend 50 million on him.
It's
really,
true.
So.
But yeah, so it's all what's expected. But when I look at it, I mean, yeah, I think keeper wise would have been. I'll go for Onana.
You know what it is with Onana? He doesn't have that striker that holds the ball for him.
True.
Like with Inter, he had Dzeko, Lukaku, Lautaro.
Keep
like
the ball up there.
They can hold the ball very well. Yeah. Literally, they're like that's their craft. But at United, especially now that Rashford is playing up front, he's not that type of player.
Exactly.
And I don't think Højlund is either. No. But we'll find out in the next game.
I think it works well. Like when you pass it out to the wing and play from there. Yeah, and on the counter, especially United's a counter team sort of thing. So it works well in those sort of positions. And I feel like it could work. But I feel like once the team gels in more properly with United, Onana is really gonna start. You will start to see those like finishes from Onana basically. Mm-hmm. How are we doing this? I name my whole squad or we do play a position.
Go on, name your whole squad.
Okay. So like I've gone for a basically one in every position sort of thing. So in defense, I've went for Estupinian. He's 2 games. I mean, you had to have a couple Brighton players in there. Like pretty well defensively. There's not much to say. Out of all the defenders out there, I feel like he's.
You see his assist against the
like
Mitoma goal?
2 beautiful.
No, you see his assist?
It was crazy.
The guy just passed the ball and the guy ran the whole pitch and he got an assist for it. But you'll take it.
Yeah, like it's too
what
crazy.
A goal, by the way.
It was, yeah. Talking about Mitoma as well, actually. Mitoma's in my squad.
Has to be.
So, yeah, two Brighton players. And Bissouma, Spurs.
Big.
Masterclass against...
the guy's bossing him midfield.
He's masterclass against us. But, yeah, Bissouma was definitely... crazy. Like, yeah, it has. I feel like, yeah, Basuma deserves to be like, out of all the players out there, definitely.
He could be top
first two.
top 3 DMs in the Prem this year for sure.
Potentially
For sure.
So, Basuma, and then finally up front, quite striker was a bit, interesting. Obviously, 2 games and not much. So I just looked at it and I gave it to Isaac actually. So yeah, I mean,
he's got a brace against.
Got a brace, exactly. And I mean, overall, yeah, Newcastle been decent as well. So we'll give it to him.
Not bad.
But yeah, that's my base.
I'll give you mine.
Okay.
I don't actually have a keeper. I wasn't impressed with any keepers really.
Okay.
Like even Onana, yeah, but nothing was created.
Nothing too crazy.
Was actually, no goals coming from his work. Start from defence. I got Rico Henry.
Oh, okay.
For Brentford.
Yeah,
he's been good.
Yeah,
very good. Even against Spurs, he had a couple of chances even to score, which is considering how Spurs played against you lot. Rico Henry, like he's got potential. And even like left back wise, Luke Shaw is quite inconsistent.
Yeah,
Chilwell obviously gets injured a lot. He could have a spot for like England, You never know.
Maybe.
I've got Diaby in. I was really impressed.
Yeah,
because even in terms of the second game, he played from the middle because they put Bailey on the right.
Yeah,
which was the right choice because Bailey actually
played a bit,
got an assist or 2. But Diaby, I was impressed. He's actually rapid. I knew he was always fast, but in the Premier League, like you assume like everyone is like fast, but he's fast.
Different fast, man.
And even his goal against Villa, it was against Newcastle was quality.
That was very beautiful.
Imagine Bailey left and then Diaby replaced him. And then Diaby joined Bailey, and now they're doing like
both in the same
cam and right wing kind of thing.
Crazy, man.
I've got Bissouma. Obviously, I can't have him in. He's just being
crazy, man. Crazy.
He's been still doing stuff that Højbjerg can't do.
Really, yeah. Different
so I reckon Højbjerg is his space, his position is
challenging now. Yeah.
And then I got James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, I mean he was
one game,
in contention
2 assists. Obviously, he played in Championship against can't remember who, but they got the win, and he had an assist as well.
Yeah.
So he's 3 assists in 2 games technically. So, obviously they beat Chelsea, 10-man as well. So I was impressed. I was really impressed. Another player that caught my eye is Taiwo for Forest, striker. He's played like 20 minutes in the first game against Arsenal. He came on and scored. And then he played about 18 minutes against Sheffield, and he scored as well. So I think he's got the best goals to minutes ratio.
Yeah.
So he deserves to mention, and he could be like important for them in terms of pushing
them up
higher up.
Yeah.
Because once you get to mid-table, then you're sorted pretty much. Like how Fulham was last year. Even they dropped off later on, but
you're comfortable. You got the points.
Comfortably
got
up.
The points to keep you up.
And then the last man is actually not a player. I've got De Zerbi. He has to be in there. I mean, the guy's young, so he could technically play. He's 35.
Yeah.
But he was my way in just to put the whole Brighton team in there, man.
Yeah.
Because it's just quality. Like imagine Guardiola obviously praised him. And like his team is made of players that, like, there's good players that played for like Dortmund, like Dahoud.
Yeah.
Who he didn't even bother putting on the last game. Like he put Gilmore and Gross. So that shows everyone just playing that system, and it's working clearly. Obviously, Solimarch and Mitoma, bro.
They could definitely hit
double scored 3 goals. They both got 6 goal contributions in 2 games.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
And I know people rave about Saka and Martinelli.
Saka's actually been dead quiet so far, as well. I mean, he's actually tell you, like, he scored against. Scored a banger. It was a banger. Yeah, it was actually a very big bang. Not hearing much about Saka this year.
But yeah, I was saying, like, people rave about Saka and Martinelli being 6 million.
Yeah.
Bro, Mitoma was 2.5 million, and Solimarch has grown up with Brighton, so that's like 2.5 million, which contributes to 6 goal contributions in the first 2 fixtures.
Crazy.
So, hey, Mitoma is what a baller. My God.
He's degree certified.
I could see him at Liverpool, he'll be such a baller.
Yeah, United.
The way he plays,
it would be crazy. It would.
But yeah, that's my top 5.
Damn, that's
Obviously, De Zerbi's killing it.
Yeah.
Like up front, he plays Welbeck, but then he got Ferguson and
wingers at the
João
options
Pedro.
in the back. Yeah, it's
My
ridiculous.
boy João Pedro.
He's
But yeah, that's my top 5. Should we move on to the flop 5?
yeah, I mean, you can go first.
All right.
yeah.
First one, I think is obvious. Caicedo. You can't break the Premier League transfer market fee and then
Take away from
stinker.
Rice.
Have a stinker in the first game. I know he played 30 minutes, but he came on. Antonio was like towing him around, man. It was literally like left, right, centre. It was just battling Antonio, and Antonio was up for it. That's his kind of game, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he nearly assisted West Ham to scoring the third one, which later came on because he conceded the penalty.
Yeah.
So he just cost him the game, really, and he didn't come on for that, obviously. But yeah, that's my first flop.
Yeah.
Second one, Rashford. I'll tell you why. All right, Rashford is a 50-50 one with him. Like, he's not playing his position. That's clear. So like, he's not an out-and-out striker, number 9. But there's chances he missed where he can't miss.
What chances?
You know when Bruno crossed the ball with him, with Rabona?
Yeah, but then Bruno done it. I feel like overall.
Nah.
He's not had that.
Against Spurs, that chance like that in front of goal with your head, like, come on. You have to score them.
That's just one.
And plus, he's one of the senior players in the team. Like, I haven't seen any type of fight from United in the last 2 games. No, I don't see the tenacity. So I think he has to step it up, even like just in terms of like charisma and just
passion on the pitch.
Exactly, yeah. That's what from a United boy as well. I expect that at least.
Yeah, I mean, he has been fairly quiet in terms. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned Saka, Rashford. He's been dead quiet. A third one, I got Gakpo. He's one of the player that, similar to Rashford, he's not playing. He's playing in the 4-3-3 as a midfielder.
Yeah.
Left midfielder, which is not, I don't think it's his position either. But he's been like hella quiet.
Yeah, it's been awful.
Quiet.
I think I subbed him. I had him in my FPL. I subbed him out.
No, yeah. I was like, out of them players, Szoboszlai is gonna do better than him.
Yeah, he's
and all the
him on.
Szoboszlai is a baller, man.
Fuck, that was beautiful.
Baller. Fourth, I got Jimenez from Fulham. He was meant to be the replacement to Mitrovic, who's just left. But
he was quiet last year. Like ever since his injury, he's been
Mitrovic.
Nah,
Jimenez, yeah. Since he broke his cranium, innit?
Something like that.
But he came back and he was never the same. Obviously, he got bought for 5 million, which you would think is a bargain, but he's not the same player.
If he's not delivering, there's no.
So I'm not surprised that Fulham are looking at Duvan Zapata from Atalanta. He's a beast. He's such a beast. But yeah, that's the one over. And my last one is Heung-min Son.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes.
Captain of Spurs after Kane left.
Getting subbed off.
He got subbed off. I think he had like 3 shots in both games.
Awful.
Which is nuts. Obviously, I'm aware he hit the post in the first game against Brentford. So maybe...
Nah, but subbing your captain off in both games.
Like, compared to Kulusevski, who's been having like 4, 5, 6, 7 shots in both games. And Son, who's doing a half of that.
Plus, he's when you're not even in the game. Like he's not.
When you're the captain, I expect more.
Yeah,
similar to like
quiet. He's very He's. I mean, obviously he's got on captaincy because he's the most.
I mean, it's a new system for him. I don't know if Andrew's
system. It's a new system for everyone, but I feel like overall he's just been too.
Maybe you could say he might have reached like his peak because he's 31. Like he's not a young 27-year-old in his prime anymore.
I mean, but then it's not like he's not performing. It's not like he's playing like bad.
Yeah.
It's just like
it could be a confidence issue since he hasn't scored last year a lot.
Yeah,
but without Kane, he might be crying a little bit.
Exactly.
Son likes crying.
No, that's fair.
That's my top 5.
Yeah,
flops so far.
That's interesting. Yeah, I obviously gone for. I thought I had to pick a keeper, so picking a bad keeper is hard when a lot of times it's just a keeper. So for the sake of just picking a keeper, I was like, you know what, I'll pick Pickford. Like not just because out of all the keepers, but I feel like overall Pickford being our England keeper, like I expect more from him, sort of thing.
I'm sorry, but if he plays in the Euros upcoming ones.
It's ridiculous.
When you got Ramsdale, even Johnson is doing better.
Yeah.
Like Crystal Palace, I think they conceded 1 goal
or something. Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm expecting more. He's very the things that he should be saving he's not saving. And to be the England keeper,
he conceded a penalty as well.
Yeah. So it's not looking good for him. So I think for him, definitely he's been bad. Struggled to pick a defender actually. So I've picked Casemiro in playing badly, and it's not. Because with the United team, I feel like I could put the whole team in there, and it's not. I wouldn't fully solely put it on Casemiro because of like he's what last season people were saying, oh yeah, he's not going to do the same as last season. Last season's United structure was a lot. Because what we're doing now, we're following this like sort of our City system or all these other teams where we having that one DM player in the back and we have those 2 sort of AM sort of players. But Casemiro isn't that type of player to be that pivot, just one DM player, and he's getting too exposed. And Mount really isn't that type of box to box coming back to support Casemiro type of player. So it's very because like last year we had Fred, maybe we had McTominay coming in or Eriksen as well. And they were had those defensive attributes that was visible last year. But this year, that's sort of disappeared and Casemiro is being exposed. But again, if we're looking at players alone, he's had even like how many yellow cards has he had, man? Like he's been, like what was it, against Spurs? He was just slide tackling, like very like last minute, very like not composed at the moment. So
it might be a Brazilian thing, you know. Lucas Paqueta.
Yeah. The FA. Talking about that, I didn't finish the podcast yet, but Ivan Toney's done a podcast.
With Stephen Bartlett.
But then after that, I sat down and read the FA report. Actually, it was actually pretty interesting. I would recommend reading like the FA report. Investigation reports because like this one, it was like literally it has the transcript. Like bits of the transcript saying, "Oh, you broke the rules. This is when you broke it. Like you submitted one phone because I didn't have another phone, but they found out he had another phone. You submitted that, and then they realized he has a third phone. Like it was the
thing with him. Like he admitted it, and he was like, "I was just betting on myself scoring first and stuff."
Yeah, but apparently he lied at first.
Yeah, whatever. But the thing is, he did it through someone else.
Yeah.
So just the fact that he was doing it for someone else shows that he knew.
You're
not allowed to.
Not to do it exactly. Yeah. But anyways, Paqueta's investigation has just started, so that's.
But talking about, quick side note, talking about Brazilians, Fred is doing what Mason Mount was meant to do.
Yeah, he's gone and scored on goal.
He did his banger.
I don't know why we kept McTominay, got rid of Fred. Bro, I told you today I'm not really going to be talking much. I don't want to rant today, bro.
He just got his Brazilian passport.
Bro, like 2 weeks
banger,
ago.
by the way.
If you asked me to, I would have sat here and done a 40-minute run.
Obviously, I think in terms of flops, I think Mason Mount is up there, but I didn't put him there because it's so obvious. Like
debut, it's not debut season, but like straight.
He hasn't scored a goal in preseason or like any games or assist or anything.
I mean, but then Mount. I mean, look at Rashford hasn't done anything as well. So it's like.
But I thought you bought.
Our only goal this Premier League season so far has come from Varane, bro.
That was a lucky one.
180 minutes, just for Varane. Not even 100 minutes because now there's like bloody probably 200 minutes. 200 minutes, we've had only one goal and it's come from our defender. Crazy. But yeah, anyways, that's So yeah, then Casemiro, another Brazilian, another United player, Anthony.
Expected.
Well,
I think people just have to admit he's been a flop. He's just a flop.
He's been a bad
It happens just like how Arsenal, Pepe, 80 million, but they just got rid of him. They moved on. I feel like United is clinging to Anthony.
Because I think this is the second season, so it's like you can't
this is
you can't justify. You can't justify getting rid of him straight away.
But you got an excuse because he's one of the Erik Ten Hag guys.
Let's not even start on that, bro. I told you I couldn't rant on, man. I'm not really wanting to rant today. But yeah, Anthony's, I mean, I don't really need to explain that. My last one's Eze, actually. Eze, Palace.
That's harsh.
It's harsh. But it's based on the amount of, his clinicality. He's had the most shots so far, I'm saying, out of everyone.
I hear it, but even against Arsenal, I feel like he was the only one doing anything or trying to.
He's
even when Arsenal went down to 10 men, he was the
Showing
only
the
one
passion
just
and
trying to
everything,
make something happen. So I don't know. I
It's
feel
very
like
harsh, but I mean, if you're there to school, sign a new contract. You got at least been.
I mean,
put
he's
some
their
stuff
man
in.
now.
Yeah,
He's their man.
like, he's the
their man.
new main man. Like he has to like
He's the face of the Eagles now. So.
pretty much like. So if he's not finishing things, like it's at the end of the day, it's numbers game. And if you're not producing, like if you're producing the chances but you ain't finishing them, that's like I mean, it's 2 games in. I mean, again, all these players are it's very harsh to pick because it's out of 2 games. It's like there's not much in it. But if we're looking at it, just based on it, I feel like
I think it's exciting for United.
The
next game you have Forest at home.
Yeah.
And Hoyland will probably start.
Apparently, yeah.
So he could either like run riot or be a stinker. So
we wait and see.
We'll find out. Hopefully Rashford plays on the left. I want to see him on the left.
I mean, he should. I mean, if Hoyland start, I don't know if Hoyland will go straight in. I don't know. We wait and see. We have to wait and see now that one.
No, I think I'll just slap him straight on.
Yeah.
It's Forest. It's not nothing like.
Nothing too
it's
crazy.
Not like Liverpool with 2 big Van Dijk and Matip and Konate.
All sorts.
Like,
nah, man. That is it's crazy.
It's funny how we haven't talked about City at all.
Yeah, but then City's been...
City's just expected, innit?
Nah,
but usually they're
like
slow starters.
They're slow starters, and it's like,
Obviously, Foden had a wonderful game against Newcastle.
That really
bossed it. Got an assist as well. Haaland's been quiet.
Yeah.
But watch, I just say that, and then the weekend's going to score a hat-trick against Sheffield.
Exactly. I think he had... what's it called? That's why he scored. Was it a brace or just 1 goal?
Brace against the Burnley.
His first game, but I mean, City, that's not really much to talk about with them, man. Let's be honest.
But I'm surprised that I'm not surprised, but like this season they've started strong. Because usually City.
Oh yeah.
Usually they're a bit slow starters. That.
Yeah.
But like City usually plays a catch-up game.
Yeah.
But if they're already winning,
what catching up?
They're not dropping out, like because in prime March they'll be like racking up all their wins after win after win.
But if they're doing it from now, it's going to be completely different.
Let's see who steps up because everyone's looking a bit shaky.
Yeah, I mean, you only have 3 teams currently with 3 teams currently with 2 wins. So
Brighton, Arsenal, and City.
So we wait and see how it goes. But obviously, new Premier League season, 2 weeks in. What's your? I mean, obviously we mentioned Onana with the VAR incident in Wolves. And I mean, then United again the following week, a couple of last week with the handball incident, and then that was in the Premier League. But then on Sunday in the Women's World Cup final, a handball that was less detrimental or like less impactful was given as a penalty, but the one that changed the complete course of the ball was not given a penalty. But anyways, what's your thoughts on VAR and on VAR this year, man?
I think there's 2 words to you just say. Oh, there's no consistency whatsoever. There's no consistency. Like in terms of United, obviously you've touched Onana. His foul was clear. Like clear foul. Like it should have been a penalty every day, any day. But obviously it wasn't given. But then the next week, Pickford does a similar foul where he touches the attacker, but he wasn't like given. Onana clattered him. Pickford just kind of like slapped him, but it was given obviously. And
so Sam Johnston had.
Yeah, so like it just shows there's no consistency. Like how are you explaining the rules to the referees, but then they're taking different approaches. Also, even like the yellow cards. We've seen a lot of yellow cards.
Bro, I think. I was looking at the numbers actually. I think we've hit 60, 70.
If you're a betting man, you'll be happy because
it's easy
money.
But that's probably going to change soon as well, man.
Huh?
That's probably going to change real soon.
Oh,
well, look at that Arsenal red card actually on Monday. That was I mean, both of them were very hopeful. But
I mean, the first one I felt bad with the guy.
It's not his fault, man.
He literally took one with the team. Like Havertz had the ball for bloody.
Havertz should have gotten the yellow because like logically speaking, the player that killed the most time should have gotten
exactly.
Because if you're getting a yellow card for time wasting, but if you haven't time wasted,
like Havertz wasted like 15 seconds.
Exactly.
Tomiyasu wasted like 7 or 8, and you got the yellow. I felt bad for him straight away.
It's ridiculous.
Poor guy. And then the second one was just.
What was that, man? I was like that, man.
Yeah, like we've seen, like if you watch the game, you would have seen Ayew, who was already on a yellow, he was like
Even
wrestling
worse.
with Saka,
Exactly, but didn't get.
and it was Saka like he went to the ground obviously, and he was fouled, but it wasn't yellow.
Yeah,
And then Tomiyasu,
there's a little
Red.
little tap.
man, and
That's
then
crazy.
obviously VAR, obviously you have to intervene, man. Like, well, what's VAR for then? If like, oh, I get like if it's not a clear error from the referee, but that was a clear error. Like, there's no two ways about it. Like,
It's
they got
ridiculous.
so many angles, they got so many this and that. You just have to see it and you have to change it. I feel like they tried to protect the referees' first decisions too much.
And I think that's obvious this year actually.
Yeah,
In
like
terms of all, like, look at even these tactical, from the manager, like the coach or the tactical area and the tactical zone. Like,
Yeah.
you can only have like one manager, like one like personnel up front. You can't mimic the ref. Bruno got a yellow card. Captain Bruno got a yellow card.
Captain Bruno.
Because apparently only the captain, well, not apparently, the captain can only speak to the ref. Speaks to the ref.
My guy
Gets a
turns
yellow
around
card.
and
Like, giving out yellow cards, like, it's like bloody Christmas, man. It's like left, right, centre. Like, it makes literally genuinely no sense. I feel like overall, VAR's, I understand the whole perspective of subjectiveness, and like, obviously one person is going to see this as a clear handball, a clear tackle, whatever. Obviously the other set of people will see this as, it's good, it's clean, whatever. But I feel like, with football overall, it's very hard to like, because every tackle and every dynamic is very different.
it is subjective, but there
The
is
thing is, it's like, there needs to be like there's obviously has to be a checkbook where it's like, okay, is this XYZ tick? Is this XYZ tick? Okay, this warrants XYZ sort of thing. And I would love to see like interviews with referees, man. Like, why can't they just come post-match,
end of the game.
I sit down with Sky or whoever, and just answer. The report would be like X, Y. Okay, so what was your thought process behind this tackle? Or even what they were doing with it's all very quiet. Like, literally, you can't even hear what they talk about in the stadium on VAR. Like, they should. Why is that not whole discussion?
No, I
Like,
think-
they dropped like one video last year of the whole discussion thing. From it, but then it was like, that was useful. But I do it throughout, and then it'll be like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is like, okay, this is I understand their
Standard,
thought process. This is their thought. We don't see their thought process. So it's like, how are you coming up with this delusional, maybe silly output? And it's like, it's ruining it. It's not ruining it. It's crazy. Yeah, I feel like a lot of teams are losing points, and like, it's too many yellow cards. I feel like it's just crazy, man. Just
And even the yellow cards, like I saw players and managers get booked because they waved the card. But then the last game I saw
like, it's really
Party.
the banter, man. It's like, what do you want? Let's just go to a private school and bloody go to like military school and like line up and like march. It's like, why can't, like, that brings entertainment. At the end of the day, like, America considers soccer entertainment.
I feel like they're ruining the sport because
It's just like
even like the little
pushy.
all that,
marginal,
like even the managers getting a bit
aggressive, like
heated and
anger,
stuff.
like
you can't book them straight away. Like that just ruins like characters
whole
like Conte,
yeah.
like Tuchel, like Klopp, like Arteta.
the energy on them. Yeah,
Exactly,
it's just,
like,
ridiculous, man.
People love the energy. Like even the
brings
managers.
the game in. It's like, look, like imagine, it's just. I feel like it's very soon we're gonna be in a position where, and I feel like similar to what Varane was saying about how, like, I mean, obviously this is completely different, and this is more about stoppage time actually, but obviously I don't know if you saw that Varane.
I can't lie, I do like the stoppage time.
I mean, it's good. It's
Just
nice.
more football.
It's more football. I can't complain. I feel like it sucks, but I don't think this was considered though in terms of the fans in the stadium,
True.
because this is meant to be a 1 hour and a half event, right? Plus 15 minutes.
20
of,
minutes. 2 hour went.
2 hours joint, let's say, when you include if you come in pre-match and all that sort of stuff. But then, okay, so let's say you have your fan that's booked a train ticket, and you calculate, because obviously you calculate, okay, match finishes. You're expecting the match to finish, I don't know if it's, let's say it's a 3 p.m., 5:30, 6 o'clock leave. You book your train at 6:30, maybe 7. But then imagine you have 15 minutes of stoppage time. That's 30 minutes total stoppage time. 30 minutes added. Now, rather than staying inside the stadium for 2 hours, you're now in there for 2.5 hours.
It hasn't been 15 minutes stoppage time.
There's 11 minutes at one game, and then the other one. Now, it's just this is very extreme, but like there's potential where you'd have 2 halves where both of them on double digit stoppage time, which is nice to watch. But again, I feel like fans and spectators were not fully considered in that aspect But overall, I feel like if you're watching it from home, it's nice. It's not too bad
Like,
sitting there.
because obviously the first time it happened, it was World Cup. There was like
Yeah, that was mad.
huge injury times and stuff like that, which I enjoyed because it's just more football, sometimes more drama. Like
it's more like plays. It was more.
Like when Argentina conceded the 2-2 to Netherlands, so just more drama.
More drama, like more chances for things to
like Champions League and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I see that the spectators' point of view,
but I think overall, outside of the spectators' point of view, I feel like stoppage time has been. I can't really complain. Seeing those extra, I feel like it's better for full time rather than half time overall, because like obviously full time. If the game's like a 1-0,
but you can't
obviously just have all of that. But it would have been nice if it was all like just all full time.
Imagine Arsenal United. Arsenal is all over United the first half, and they give no injury time. And then second half, United is killing it, and then a fat 10-minute extra.
Bro, but overall, I feel like now stoppage time overall has been. I think that's one fair thing. Which has been like can't really complain that much. I think the only downside I have to it is again the whole spectator side that I think no one's really looked at. But I mean that's that. I feel like I think the yellow cards and VAR has been awful so far. And it's crazy because it's not like the first year. This is the third year in, and it's still like the same stuff. But yeah, I think there's
going to be major changes though in terms of yellow cards because you can't dish them out because then like
bro, sooner or later you're gonna have half teams on suspension because you have 5 yellow cards before you get you have to set out for a match. That 5 yellow cards is probably gonna be done.
And then imagine like one match is like proper heated. And you dish out like 8 to one team, and then like 5 of them are suspended for the next game.
That's ridiculous.
So that's a half an 11.
Half your team out.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
We'll see.
Can't work. But yeah, I mean, obviously, another with a podcast means there's a game week. I feel like be a nice way to end it off with a little prediction.
Right.
Think, how this game week goes.
So we should do like a scoreline for each.
Yeah. So scoreline. I'll say
next week we'll come back and see who won.
Who won? Yeah, we have we could do a little league table.
All right. Yeah.
And see how that goes.
The first game is Chelsea Luton, right?
Yeah, that's tomorrow night. Yeah.
I say 2-0 Chelsea.
I think I'll probably go. I think I'll go 3-0 Chelsea.
I think Luton will sit back.
Sit back. I think this is
Chelsea.
This is easy time for them to pull up on the goal.
Chelsea have to win though.
Yeah, have to 100%.
If they don't win this game,
that's it, man. That is it. Because Luton haven't won a game yet, have they?
They only played one game though.
Oh yeah, because last week's game was cancelled.
Yeah, Luton Burnley didn't play last week.
So I thought they were just going to convert all their home games to away games.
I don't know.
Because last game week was like a home game week, but obviously they can't play at home.
That can't be the home to away. That's just unfair.
No, but then what do they skip out on the game week now? They have 2 weeks rest. I mean, obviously start the season, but
it's like find out what happens. What's next?
So next one, Saturday morning, 12:30 kickoff. Bournemouth v Spurs.
I think 12:30 kickoffs are always tricky.
Yeah.
Bournemouth has proven to be a decent squad. Obviously, they scored against Liverpool first. And kind of worried them, but Liverpool came through. This Spurs looks good. They look good. I'll go with 2-1 Spurs.
Yeah.
I think they'll concede. Bournemouth, I don't know. I'm impressed with Bournemouth.
Yeah, they're really
at home especially. Up the cherries. Hey, my team is 18 lines, so I can
say whatever.
I can side with any team.
Bournemouth. Bournemouth Spurs. Interesting game. I think I'll probably go for 2-1 as well. I think both of them. Yeah, simple, easy. 2-1 Spurs. Madison's been really good as well. Actually, as well talking about.
I saw he got a little injury.
Yeah, he had sort of post time. But I mean, I think if I remember right, no, he didn't play the full 90.
No.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't play the full 90. But Spurs. Yeah, I think that would be 2-1. Should be a tight, interesting game. TNT Sports. What do you think? What do you prefer, TNT Sports or BT Sports?
BT Sports.
Yeah, BT Sports sounds a lot better, man.
Maybe it's just like what I'm used to, but TNT. That just sounds
like a bomb, man. But I mean it's interesting, not too bad. 3 p.m. kickoff is Arsenal v Fulham. 3 p.m. Arsenal v Fulham.
What you got?
Yeah, I think yeah, I feel like it should be an Arsenal win. I'll go for probably another 2-1. Yeah.
I've got 3-0 Arsenal. I think
3-0.
They just slap them apart
Whitewash, huh?
at home. Arsenal, I mean, their defence, I know I feel bad for Timber.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good game against
Forest,
and then he just got injured, ACL. The thing is, he had like a little injury, and then at halftime they didn't sub him out. Then he came back out and he tore his ACL. So maybe he should stayed in the bench, mate.
Poor strategy, man. Poor strategy.
But yeah, I feel bad for the guy because then now. But it's weird how they're dealing with Gabriel. He hasn't been starting.
Yeah. That screwed a lot of people up on FPL. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he had a decent season. Well, not decent.
But they put Ben White in the middle now, which is fair. But then you're playing with Partey right back.
It's ridiculous. Trying to fit all the players in, man.
It's weird.
Too many players.
But, 3-0 Arsenal, I think they just whitewash them.
I think, Fulham, interesting. But yeah, I think, it could be, I'll stick to that. Next game is Brentford versus Palace. The Bees versus the Eagles.
I think Brentford takes it. Brentford have been good.
At home as well, yeah. I think, Brentford at home are good. I think I'll go for 1-0.
Really?
Yeah, 1-0. 1-0 to Brentford.
No, I see an open game. I see more like a 3-1.
Okay.
I think Wissa scores, yeah. I think he's been good for them.
Okay. Interesting.
He's been taking Tony's little job.
Position there, yeah, exactly.
Not doing too bad.
Scoring the goals, man.
Hey, Tony said he'll come back stronger, yeah. I'm waiting.
Wait and see, man. January.
He also said Arsenal and Liverpool.
Interesting clubs.
He'll be good for both.
Yeah,
Tony's a good player.
Yeah, really good player.
Probably Arsenal more than Liverpool, though.
Yeah,
just the way Liverpool plays.
It doesn't suit. Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, I see him more as an Arsenal player.
Arsenal need him as well.
Yeah.
Nketiah, bro.
Hasn't been there. Let's not even start.
He redeemed himself.
Should have been in my bad team.
He redeemed himself with the pen win, but bro, what a stinker! Oh my god,
stinker, man. Next game, I think this should be fairly easy. Everton versus Wolves. Everton at home, Goodison Park. But yeah, they're playing Wolverhampton. What do you think?
0-0.
0-0.
I think Wolves should win if they're at home.
Okay.
But because Goodison Park, 0 points for both. To be fair, Wolves haven't scored a point either. But I feel like Sean Dice just managed to get a 0-0.
Okay. I'm going for another 1-0 to Wolves.
Okay, I can see that, to be fair.
1-0 to Wolves. I think Wolves have definitely surprised us this season. Obviously, change of managers.
The thing
and all
is,
that sort of stuff, but
my main prediction with Lopetegui in, and then the day after I predicted it, Lopetegui literally.
Bro, I was editing the video. I was literally saw
Lopetegui left. I bet you got gas because that's gonna mess up my prediction. Like Wolves.
Nah, man. I was like, yeah, man. But yeah, I think Wolves are the way they've been playing. I can't really complain. I mean, Everton should come out and do madness. Like they have lost 4-0. So to be honest, actually, you could even see Everton coming out with the win. I mean, to lose,
it will be narrow.
It'll be
1-0
tight,
either side, or 0-0 or something.
Yeah, very tight.
1-1 maybe.
Another big team. Another big team playing a 3 p.m. I don't get these 3 p.m.s and TV blackouts, man.
Yeah.
But United versus Forest. Yeah, I think. I don't know, man.
What you got?
I think United should win. And I'm expecting. The thing is, I want Eric to make changes, man. To play 2 games and have the same squad from both of them. Like, he should have seen the Wolves game and realised, okay, damn, this ain't working. Let's make some changes. But he hasn't done those changes against Spurs. That backfired. So now there should be some changes. So I'm hoping those changes,
I mean, now there have to be changes because Mount got injured.
Yeah, so Mount, definitely. So
Højlund came,
should be back
prepared to play. So there will be changes for sure.
So I think, I think I'll go 2-0 to United. I mean, 2-0. I don't know. It's one of those ones where I could feel like, if United don't turn up, they could go finish 0-0 or actually could see a 0-0 in this game. But I think I'll go 2-1.
2-1.
Nah, 2-0. Yeah.
I was happy when you said 2-1 because I was gonna go 2-0. I feel like 2-0. One goal early in the first half, another one towards the end.
Yeah.
Simple game. Not simple. Like, you will suffer a little bit here and there, but
comfortable.
Hopefully, my man Taiwu does his thing and does 3-3. But yeah,
I think, 2-0, United versus Forest. The 5:30 game, we got the mighty Brighton versus West Ham.
Roberto De Zerbi. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I think they just 4-1.
I was going to say 4-1 as well. I was like, another 4-1. But definitely, Brighton at home. I'm thinking, 4-0, 3-0. Yeah.
I think they'll concede because Brighton, I don't know if
they're 2,
What's your 3-0?
I go 3-0. 3-0 to Brighton.
I'll go 4-1 for the bands.
Nah, man. Yeah. All right. But 3-0 to Brighton.
Actually, name me the scorers for Brighton because it's so interesting, like who scores for them.
Yeah, it could be anyone, man.
I'm saying Solly March 1.
March.
Joe Pedro 2. Because I saw Enciso got injured for a little injury. Obviously, he replaced Joe Pedro in the second one. So I feel like Joe Pedro will start the third game. And he's a baller, man. I love him. Enciso is good as well, don't get me wrong. He's their number 10 now. But I say Solly March, Joe Pedro 2, and then Ferguson comes in later on and scores
a goal. I think, I'll probably say the same, but I would have said double for Marsh.
Right. 5 goals in 3 games.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
Solly March.
Yeah, I'll be mad. But,
you know the guy's 29.
Yeah.
And he's been with Brighton the whole life.
His career, basically.
But then he just jumped into the scene last year. Crazy.
It's crazy, man. Seems like a Jamie Vardy, man. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But nah, man. That's all our Saturday fixtures. For Sunday, we got Burnley versus Villa.
Fresh Burnley.
Dangerous Villa. I'm thinking 2-0. 2-0 to Villa.
2-0.
I think this is Burnley's first game back since losing to City, so I don't Burnley could put a performance in, but I think Villa to win 2-0.
Villa played the Scottish side in the Europa.
This week?
Qualifying, yeah. They won 5-0. So I don't...
Wait, Villa played already this week? I thought they were meant to play that today then.
No. That's like... I don't know how it works, but probably because they're playing...
Conference League is Wednesday... I think something like that.
I don't know.
Did they play yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Villa played yesterday. And... So I don't know how fit they're going to be in terms of tiredness. And Burnley are fresh, as I said. They haven't played last week.
A whole week, yeah.
So I see Villa struggling to start with. But then they'll pick it up. I do see Burnley scoring, though. Just for the people. I heard Burnley beat Man United in play. Is that true or what? I don't...
Well, he's behind closed doors, so technically we'll never know. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I think 3-0.
And like even big players like Pellistri and all that played.
Yeah, but what was it?
Big,
7. But... Yeah, 7 players didn't play. 7 players. We played. I mean, it was a big squad. Like it was our A squad, but it was like our squad, our bench players basically that were playing.
Still.
But yeah,
I see a high scoring game. I see a 2-2. I'm gonna say Burnley upsets them. Okay.
Yeah, I think should be a fun game. Next one fairly easy. Sheffield United versus City. I'll go 6-0 City, man.
6-0.
Yeah.
Raw. You know Guardiola's in there.
Oh, yeah, he's up. I mean,
he had a back injury.
Yeah. No emergency.
He's missing the 2 games.
He's back in after international break, I think.
Yeah. He probably timed it well.
Yeah, that's pretty timed. But yeah, I still think it doesn't make a difference. 6-0 City.
Definitely Haaland will score for sure.
Yeah, Haaland. I'll say I'll even back a Haaland hat trick, man.
I mean, he scored a few last year.
Yeah, I'll back a Haaland hat trick. 6-0 City.
I won't go 6. I'll go. You know, City's the only team that haven't conceded
so far. Damn.
Mainly
because you think that's gonna break against Sheffield?
No. Sheffield got lucky against Forest. They scored a screamer.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, Sheffield is like, they're not even like dangerous in any way. I'll say 4-0 City.
Okay. I
won't go 6. It's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
But you never know with City. Like, they just don't stop sometimes. Who else you
got? Sunday night, got the big one. Final game of the weekend. Oh, there's no Monday night football. I mean, we did have back-to-back, but last one, the challenge for the Champions League 4th spot, Newcastle
I actually love that game.
Liverpool. That should be a big game.
I love that game.
But yeah, you got Geordies versus Scousers. you know what? Newcastle's at home, St James's Park. Liverpool's definitely going to challenge. But I can see Newcastle beating Liverpool. Yeah, I go. I mean, this is back-to-back Newcastle home games as well, actually. So, I mean, they lost against City on, was it Sunday?
Only 1-0 though.
Yeah, it was 1-0. Very tight game.
Obviously, Foden had this masterclass.
Yeah.
I saw every single pundit raving about him being the best English player, this, that. But he didn't score.
Yeah.
And they only beat him 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
So
I think, yeah, Newcastle to beat Liverpool. Probably, I don't know, Salah's not really been performing as well.
2 assists though.
Yeah, 2 assists. But I think, yeah, I'll go for 3-2 Newcastle.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah,
I was going to go 4-2.
Okay.
I think Isaac rips him apart. That high line.
Get him done. Man.
If Isaac starts, obviously, because I know Eddie Howe is a bit weird. Like, he starts Wilson one day, Isaac the other, he puts Isaac on the wing, this, that. But last year, Isaac, he just ripped. He violated Van Dijk. And I think he'll do it again. Obviously, Van Dijk has a masterclass. Now it looks like a stupid clown. Yeah. But I think Isaac. But then I see Liverpool fighting back.
Yeah. It definitely won't be an easy match.
I think, it'll probably be 1-0, 1-1, then 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and then Liverpool will never catch up again.
Exactly. So, yeah, and that was last game week.
We'll find out who won next week.
Next week, exactly. But yeah, and those are predictions for this game week. Comment down below if you're on YouTube or on Spotify. Comment down below on who you think is going to be winning. What do you think, out of all the games, what do you think game of the weekend will be?
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Newcastle,
Liverpool.
Newcastle,
Liverpool. It's going to be a banger.
But yeah, definitely comment down below what you think.
We're still waiting for the forfeit.
Yeah, so
for the prediction. So comment down below.
And your forfeits.
We appreciate all the support so far.
100%.
But yeah, it's a wrap. We'll catch you guys next week.
Big one next week as well. Stay tuned.
1, 2. How many guests?
I don't know, man. You gotta wait and see, man. We can't drop it now, can we?
Find out.
We'll find out next week. Big game. Arsenal v United.
Are you excited?
Nah, I'm not really. I was like, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said, yeah, I'm definitely excited. But I don't know, man. We wait and see how this.
All I'm gonna say is Arsenal was unbeaten last year till United beat them.
I mean, that was at Old Trafford, Emirates. We've been bad at Emirates lately.
They beat narrowly though.
Yeah, that was a very good game.
Saka and Rashford scored bangers.
Absolute party was put into the bins. But I think, yeah, it should be interesting. I don't know. I mean, if we played the way we played against Tottenham, they would batter us, man. But we'll wait and see how that one comes out. But yeah, that's for next week's episode.
Be ready. That's going to be a banger.
Be ready, yeah. As always, we're on YouTube, Spotify. We should start uploading content on TikTok. So stay tuned on TikTok to see clips of smaller clips. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. Anything else to add?
No, that's it. Catch you guys next week.
See you next week.